Okay, these are the major changes on HR to enable gross based calculations. The first is that when you go to settings, that is admin slash job salary components, you can see that apart from the salary component tab, that there is now tax band and pension configuration. So for the sake of having something here, a couple of items are added here. But if you follow the schema here, you will notice that what they use in calculating pension, that is the pension contribution, is basic salary, transport allowance, and housing allowance. So all you need to do is remove the DNS allowance, remove the any other one there, and add the ones that are meant to be used for that calculation. For instance, um, I'll search for transport. Okay, so I can, okay, leave and travel allowance. I add that up, and then I think housing and allowance, right? That's house rent. So I'll add that too. So that's it, just the three. Then for pension, the standard is 8%. So the system already has that injected. And if you call it something different from just normal pension, for instance, if you call yours staff pension, this also allows you to key that in or make a change to the number, the percentage, and then save. So with this, pension is already set up. The standard tax band for Nigeria is 300,000 for 7,000, the next one for 11,000, then 500 for 15,000, and so on and so forth. And the system has also pre-filled that here. But if you want to change it again, it's as simple as just a click to edit or delete, as the case may be. So that is about that. Now, for salary components, the major change here is that basic salary has some buttons enabled. For instance, what kind of value type does it take? Is your basic salary now? Previously, lots of things were dependent on basic salary, but now they can easily depend on gross salary or any other one for that matter. So, because of that, value type for basic salary has been released from being static. And so if you select a percentage for basic salary or any other payment component, once you select percentage, you have to choose whether you are getting it from gross or from any other salary. So in this context now, it can either be from gross or from basic salary. Because of the fact that this is basic salary, I'm selecting gross for it, and then I'll just click on salary component saving. However, if I go to something like leave and travel allowance, for instance, looking at this, okay, so transport allowance is 70% of whatever basic salary is, and meanwhile, basic salary is 25%. So if I'm setting it up, I know that leave and travel allowance will be coming from basic salary. So I set that up. Every other one here by default are coming from basic salary because that's what they have always been. But if you want to change it, you are free. Now, where do you use this? You use it in setting up pay grades. So even if yours is just one, it doesn't matter. Just set up a pay grade. And to set up a pay grade, as usual, when you open this place up, you will see your normal pay grade name and currency and everything. But we have added gross salary, like default gross salary for this particular pay grade. And when you're incrementing the monthly, the yearly gross salary is increasing on its own. Now, if you want to include pension for this pay grade, you have to check it here. Same thing with pay as you earn. And now, what are the components that make them up? You can always search for it here and check mark them. These are most of the changes. Okay, so on the next view, the next screen, I'll elucidate on the usage of this part.